my darlings. This is Mrs. Welch from the Cavendish Fletcher Community Library, wanting to tell you about some exciting things we have coming to the library in November. First of all, if you like fairy tales like I do, you're going to love our first event. It is on Saturday, November 6th at 1 p.m. and it is a fairy tale literacy event. Come by, do some activities, make a wand out of pretzels and frosting, get some free books, and have a fabulous time. Also coming in November on the 14th, we have an author visit from Melody Winnower, who's going to discuss her new book called The Scribe of Siena, and I am really excited to hear all about that. And then, you know what time it is. Brace yourselves because the book fair is coming. The fall book fair will be the week after Thanksgiving, and it will be pirate themed. Come help us raise money and see if you can make me walk the plank. We'll be finishing that up with a pirate party on the 4th of December. Also, on the third Thursday in November, we'll be having our monthly book club meeting where we'll be discussing the book A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. This is a really nice book. It's about a guy who was kind of having a midlife crisis and decides to hike the Appalachian Trail. So it intersperses some really fun adventures on the trail with a bit of history and nature. So I highly recommend the book. If you want a copy of it, we have it available at the library. I get asked an awful lot who my favorite authors are. And I kind of feel like it's almost like children where it's very hard to pick your favorite without really upsetting the other children in the household. So to me, books are like ice cream or food. Sometimes you have a craving for some and sometimes you have a craving for others. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you some of my favorites. Molly Harper. Molly Harper writes funny paranormal romances, and I really like them. They make me laugh. Her Naked Werewolf series takes place in Alaska and is fun. And her Nice Girls series, well, it's about a librarian who gets fired and gets turned into a vampire and has all kinds of adventures. There's about 6 books in the series, and we have them, of course, in the library, and they are really fun. When it comes to something a bit more mainstream, you really can't go wrong with David Rosenfeld. He writes fabulous mysteries and thrillers. There's almost always a dog in them, which I like, and his protagonist, Andy Carpenter, is just, he's a hoot. His train of thought is wonderful. Every time a new book comes out, it's like going and visiting old friends. And I'm really excited to say he's coming to visit us at the end of February. And then when it comes to nonfiction, I like Juliet Nicholson. Now, she's an English writer, and so she might be somebody you haven't heard from. And she wrote a couple of books that I really like. One is called The Perfect Summer, which is about the summer of 1911 in England, which is the year that George V was coronated. And they remembered it during the First World War as the perfect summer. You know, the weather was wonderful, everything was great. You read the book and you realize it wasn't quite so perfect. And then her other book on that topic is called The Great Silence, which is about England coming out of World War I and the dedication of the cenotaph, and basically how the country as a whole mourned and moved on. And those are both fabulous books. And I know she's got a new one out about the Great Freeze in England in 1962. I just found out about it. Can't wait to get my hot little hands on that. So I hope you enjoyed these picks. I'd love to hear what your favorite books are. Come by the library and tell me. Maybe you'll get me to choose a new author, right? This has been Mrs. Welch for the Cavendish Fletcher Community Library. We'll see you soon.